Hey guys, I am Beth Keener, and today we're taking you behind the lens.
Yes, and I'm Greer Howard. Thank you for joining us. We are so excited. Today we have the creator and cast of Atlanta's very own Dream Writers. To get started, why don't we just, so everybody can kind of get to know you a little bit. I'm sure all of you have kind of a little elevator speech, a little short one.
Of course we do.
I'm Nathan Bach. I'm the creator of Dream Writers and born and raised in Atlanta.
I love that, like city proper.
No. Moving on.
I am Dalton Lilly, and I am Sam in the show and one of the executive producers. And I fell into this because it was easier to cast myself than get real work. So
Nice idea.
yeah.
I am Ben Owen. I am Quinn in the show, and I'm credited as the writer, but in all honesty, we all wrote the thing.
You take credit for it.
The funny stuff was mine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the way to credit
And I'm
yourself.
from England.
And I'm Shea Castle. I'm not British. I
Boo.
play Russell on the show, and I'm the associate producer. And
Have to give him something.
yeah, that's fair.
But I want to know really how you guys like living here, why you chose to be here versus LA.
When I was in high school, I thought about it for a little while. I thought, I'll go to LA. I really wanted to be a movie trailer editor. It was like a very specific niche, but I've always loved movie trailers, and I was like, I'm gonna go to LA when I graduate. I'm gonna get in on some edit house and I'll do that. But I went to film school here. I just fell in love with it. I started networking here, and honestly, I feel like when you start networking in an area, like that's when you are really like making that decision of where are you gonna land here, or are you gonna go somewhere else, because networking just takes forever.
And Nathan, you're the creator of the show of Dream
I
Writers.
am.
So tell us how it got started, how you got the idea for the show.
How long do we have? I woke up from a dream one night and I just had this idea about other people writing your dreams. And so I just started thinking about it, and decided I was going to turn it into a web series, because I was like, that'll be fun. I've never done that before. Met these guys through open casting calls and just friends of friends, and we just started building it from there.
In all fairness, we were supposed to be paid and we never were.
Yep.
When was day one for you
Day
guys?
one,
November
Who
12th,
knows?
2013.
13.
No, one thing I think is so interesting is, Nathan, you created the show, and like you said, you cast these guys, but now it seems like it's all of your project. Everybody's all in. So
Yeah.
when did the shift happen?
pretty immediately, actually.
We just came in and were like, nope, not anymore.
The greatest thing that Nathan allowed was everyone, give their input, because it was
and do
really
what we do well.
Yeah, and
Right.
I would say it was the Sunday where it changed, because we filmed the first one of his scripts across the weekend. We did
Yeah.
Friday night, Saturday, and
We
Sunday.
did a Friday night, a Saturday night, and a Sunday day, filming one episode of this web pilot. And it was honestly an exercise just to see what we had from a script standpoint, concept, and from a chemistry standpoint. Because you can do table reads all day long,
Yeah, but
and you just
gonna-
don't know
Right.
what
Yeah.
you have until you actually film it and edit it.
But
So-
on that Sunday is what is now the Dream Writers teaser, which people have seen, which is us three sat around and you see the lost sequence, and then it comes back out, and then we start talking about 50 Cent. And that was essentially all made up on the day for the most part. It became, parts of it were similar. But that's when we all kind of went, okay, well, this is a great concept, and we can kind of mess around with it and add our own little things, and we think it might work. Because really on that Sunday, the Friday and Saturday were fine. It was kind of like we got some decent footage and we stuck to the script. But on that Sunday, it kind of clicked, and we all went, okay, let's try and do something different.
We had a meeting and we decided to turn it into a television show. This was
Yeah.
shortly afterwards, and Shea wasn't even there. We
Yeah.
just had to
I
let
was
him
working
know.
my day job. Yeah, I got a call from Nathan on my way home from work, and I was going to get some Taco Bell for dinner, and I sat in the Taco Bell parking lot for like 45 minutes and talked to him
Starving.
about making
Yeah, no
it into a
food.
I was
television
like,
show.
listen,
Or were
this is
you
what we're gonna do.
eating
We're gonna turn it into a television show. You're gonna be famous. You're gonna get a lot of money. Okay, bye.
Now hold up. So what would made that change? That originally it was this web series, and then you changed. You're like, no, we're doing TV show. Why?
I think the big thing was we just wanted to think bigger. Just think bigger, like the thought was that if this is a web series and it takes off, maybe one day eventually someone will turn it into a television show. And Dalton and I got together and we just said, well, why not just make a television
It was almost like a why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah,
Because,
why not,
again,
yeah.
what we spoke about before, which is the consistency of producing content, even with a web series, we realized the coordination it would involve to continue this and grow it and build a fan base could take such a long time.
Yeah.
Whereas if we really just roll the dice and go for it and kind of, you know, do that all or nothing, raise the money, shoot the pilot, then we can just at least say, well, here it is.
So is that where the idea for the Kickstarter, so you guys kind of got together, you were
we wanted to avoid that at first, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, we had reservations about Kickstarter just because a lot of people look at it as we're just asking you for money for free. But we also didn't want to go and get a bunch of investors that are going to want to try to take creative control, because we knew what we had worked. We didn't want to bring in other people that weren't creative minded. So we kind of just settled on, hey, this is what makes the most sense. If we can get people to be behind us and what our vision is, it's going to make a better product. And thankfully it worked out.
Your Kickstarter campaign was insane. It was awesome. I actually did not know about your project before it. And I think Dalton had sent me a message on Facebook and to check it out. And I looked at it and it was amazing and I got so excited. And I watched the whole campaign. I donated actually.
Yeah, she did. Thank you so much.
Sorry guys.
I don't think she did.
I don't even know.
You just don't get any awards then.
As a
With
viewer,
these upgrades as well, Beth?
it was really exciting. So tell me from your perspective that the campaign, kind of going from that moment of, hey, we're going to do this campaign, I don't know if we're going to make $1, to fully funding it, and I think you even did a stretch goal, didn't you?
We did.
What is a stretch goal?
It just means you hit your money and then you go, can we have more? Yeah.
Don't stop!
I think it was probably 2 months of prep work, 1 month of legitimate planning and structuring, and then 1 month of the execution. And what we compare it to, I mean, it was horrendous. We hated the whole process except for when it launched, it took off very quickly, and then when it was done, we were obviously very excited. But it's really like launching a small company.
Oh, sure.
And the craziest part about it is we started off and we were looking at the money as the most important aspect. And then secondarily it was, all right, and a lot of people will probably find out about our project. By the end it sounds crazy and it's easy to say because we raised the money, but we had conversations of, you know, if we don't raise this money, the marketing and the publicity that we've generated is probably worth more in the long term of the project than the actual money.
I can imagine too, just kind of keeping that communication going and monitoring it, and then figuring out what your rewards will be for investors.
Well, we basically said if we're going to launch this, we launched it on February 5th of this year, and we said, look, our entire month is going to be dedicated to this thing. Don't plan anything, you know, mark off your weekends. This is all we're doing for a month because we got to raise a lot of money. And if we want to get to the next phase of this project, something we've been working on for so long, this is how we're going to do it.
So is this all where all the swag comes in? Is this what people are getting? Because we
the blanket is killer.
Just came in.
I want one.
It came in last night.
I was hoping you'd bring one today.
It came in
You
last
give us
night.
$1,500.
Wow,
That was one of the upper tier rewards.
No way. You want to get a blanket with your faces?
Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome, America. So this probably leads us to the content creation then, and how important, I guess, and Greer and I, obviously being on our own journey, oftentimes like how hard it is and horrendous, and a lot of it really isn't fun. It's so much work, people.
I think in general people learn a lot more when they go through the experience themselves, and we'd be the first to tell you we still have no idea what we're doing. And we certainly didn't when we started, but this whole process, no matter what happens with Dream Writers, has put us all in a different place in our careers and where we are experience-wise. So if it's somebody that wants to do something in entertainment, or this is the life coach aspect. No, I mean, we always tell people that you're always going to learn by failure, and you're never going to get anywhere unless you try. And so many people want an opportunity in this industry, but aren't willing to put the time in. And a lot of that time comes in generating your own material.
You gotta align yourself with good people too, because I'll say,
yeah, that's true.
You know, I'm the oldest out of these guys by a considerable distance, and for a long time I just thought someone was going to come along, because I did stand-up comedy for a few years too, and I just thought someone was going to come along and be like, oh, he's funny, that's cool, you know, let's get him involved in this, he can start working. And I'm like, okay, why isn't this happening? And then once I met Dalton at Sketchworks and we started doing YouTube Funny or Die videos together, and saw him kind of get to work on producing, then I was like, oh, okay, like this is how you kind of make it yourself and get recognized and allow yourself to work in a way that you want to, and the byproduct of that is people see it and then ask you to do more work, you know, and it just kind of, you get the ball rolling.
How long did you guys shoot the pilot?
We shot it over the course of 4 days in April, and we, you know, typically with a television show, you shoot over the course of anywhere from like 5 to 7 days. So we had to cram a lot of stuff into a very short amount of time because that's honestly, it's just all we could afford.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of prep and planning with that. We cast on our own, and we did a lot of pre-production, and we worked with a production company, kind of tag team some different aspects of the production. And so we shot it in April, immediately went into post-production, and just finished it, 2 weeks ago. So
tell us, are you
Very like giggling when you
we're
saw
very, very, very happy with it.
And we have to say too, we were really lucky because the rest of our cast was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
really
yeah.
Well, we can take credit for that because we cast them.
Well, yeah.
I saw Michael Milligan was part of the cast. I love Michael
Milligan.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Milligan.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Milligan.
Milligan. The premiere will be July 25th. What happens after the premiere?
Oh,
Big
so there's a
question.
very detailed plan.
Of course, Dad knows.
No idea.
We're getting
I was just gonna say, I don't know.
We're gonna get a call from Comedy Central on the 26th. We fly to LA on the 27th, and then we're making the big bucks by the
Yeah.
28th.
I like
That's
how you
what's
speak.
happening.
I like how you talk.
I like
okay.
to even know the dates, the 28th.
Yeah.
Dunzo.
All right, well let's do a couple questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't think too much about it. Just whoever comes to mind, just
Okay.
let it go.
Okay.
Who is the most anal about their hair?
Nathan.
Nathan.
You got fringe.
Oh, he's got fringe. With the fringe on top.
I cut my own hair, so
Yeah,
no
definitely
shot.
not.
Which amazes me because it looks good.
Thanks.
All right, who's the best fashion
Not from this
sense?
angle.
Where's the what?
Nathan.
Nathan again.
Fashion sense.
Nathan loves
Yeah,
a bow
Nathan.
tie.
It's
Nathan
Yeah.
just restated the question because he knew that it was him and he
Wanted
wanted to
it
make
answered.
sure.
Yeah, everyone
That
heard.
clarification
Did you
was-
guys hear that question?
Most likely to not return a text.
Ben.
I love that. And who is the funniest in the group?
Ben.
Ben.
Yeah.
I'm gonna it's Ben.
Who is most likely to lose their keys?
Also Ben.
For like 3 days after we shot, and was
Yeah.
like demanding the wardrobe people to find it and all sorts. It was in my jeans in my car, in the pant leg. It was like wrapped inside
Yeah,
it.
that's on you, Ben.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
he was
know.
like,
Yeah.
could you sneak into the studio and
Yeah.
look around?
He
No.
actually said one of the cast members stole it.
I did
I
not
wonder
say
who
that.
it was.
Milligan.
Somebody. Who can shotgun a beer the fastest?
Dalton.
Dalton.
Ooh.
He works
Yeah.
hard and party.
Wait, he's single, lady.
Ooh, single.
That's what's gonna get you.
And who's the mom in the group?
Nathan.
He's the
Mom
only one
and
with a
dad
heart.
right here.
Yeah.
Oh, mom and dad.
Yeah.
He's the one that'll tell you you have to do something, and I'll come in behind him and be like, it's okay if you don't get to it for a while.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Loving, abusive.
Yeah.
Nathan's the caring mom. Dalton is the dad that doesn't validate you enough.
You're also reaching out to Ben, like, honey, did you check your pants?
Right.
Let's tell everybody
Taking a turn.
about the premiere, where they can get tickets,
Yes.
when it's going to be, all that good stuff.
Yes. Okay, so the premiere is going to be on July 25th. It'll be at the Plaza Theater in Midtown, Virginia Highlands area, Atlanta. Tickets will go on sale on the 10th, which may be in the future or in the past, depending on when this airs. You can get them on our website or on our Facebook page. It'll probably be everywhere because we are those people.
Well, thank you, Dream Writers, for being here.
Thank
you.
I cannot
Thank you.
wait for the premiere. I'm such a fan of you guys, so thank you for coming today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you for tuning in for this episode of Behind the Lens. We will be back with more interviews very soon.
Be sure to check out the Dream Writers at dreamwriters.tv. We'll see you next time. Welcome to our show.
Can you do your best American accent?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna do American for like the next couple of minutes or so. You know what? You go ahead and get me some eggs, coffee. This is the only I can only do breakfast order.
I'm hot. Woo! All on
Is that on
camera.
tape?
Love you.
Shay's our trained thespian.
How did we get to this spot where there are Dream Writers blankets that I'm curling up next to? Right?
Did you put a ring on it?
I did. Yeah.
We're looking at your Dream Writers page. You have what, 11,000 fans or
Yeah.
likes? I mean,
We
you've really
paid
been
them.
able to. Not for TV.